चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोतं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। यस्यान्तानादिमध्यं न हि करचरणं नाम गोत्रं न सूत्रं नो जातिर्नैव वर्णानुभवति पुरुषो नानुपुंसं यशस्त्रीनाकारं नाविकारं न हि निमरणं नास्ति पुण्यं न पापं नो तत्त्वं तत्त्वमेकं सहजसमरसं सद्गुरुं त्वं नमामि सद्गुरुं त्वं नमामि। I am doing my namaskaras to Sanatana Dharma, Shankaracharya and all our gurus. So with this I want to start today's session. I welcome you all for this session. Today we are taking Patanjali Yoga Sutras fifth step or fifth limb. It is Anga is called as limb. So Patanjali Yoga Ashtanga Yoga, this is the fifth limb we are coming into. Already we have seen yama, the 5 don'ts, and niyama, 5 do's. So then we have seen asana and pranayama. See, this is yama and niyama. We have seen how to interact with the outside world. So that means all our having born, we have to interact with the outside world. We cannot sit inside like a yogi in Himalaya, sannyasi or something like that, because we have to interact with the world. So from the interaction with the world, a lot of sufferings, a lot of joy, everything may come. But how we have to behave with the world and how we have to interact with the world. So that is first it is taught in the yama and niyama. So what you have to do with the world, what you should not do with the world. So thereby your interaction will refine, and unnecessarily what you are getting in the name of joy, you may get pain also, and lifelong pain maybe, or suffering may be also there. See, normally we get pain. Pain of the body is inevitable. Pain of the mind, it is in our control. So body, outside world, we have to interact, and the body pain, because body is a matter, the body undergoes lot of changes. So it has to live in this environment and it has to absorb the food, and it has to grow and perform the duties what is required for the body. And this body will have, maybe we may fall down, something may, sharp objects may come into contact with us, all the cut may happen, pain, body pain may happen. Body pain is inevitable, but the mind pain is the problem. Our problem is, for the body pain, we will somehow accustom. The people, if they don't have a leg, they will accept and they will start living. If they don't have eyes, they start living. The bodily, whatever the problems are there, and pain also, we can easily forget. And within no time, even if we have fallen, we may apply bandage, and after some time we forget. The pain is not going to sustain for a longer time. And even if it is sustaining, like I said, so nothing can be done. You will adjust your mind and start living as the body is. Our major problem is not the body pain. Our problem is mind pain. So I get pain. From where I get pain? And that mental pain converts into body pain is not acceptable. So body as it is getting pain is a different thing. But mentally, whatever our pains are there, it is converted into bodily pain also. And thereby body-mind complex itself is in pain. So pain is inevitable, and pain is going to come. If somebody hurts, you will get pain, or you yourself will curse yourself, you will scold yourself, self-pity, self-sympathy, so many things will bring you pain. And all your expectations also bringing you pain. The pain is inevitable, it's going to come, but suffering is what we can avoid. Suffering is remaining in the same pain and continuously living in the same pain is suffering. Pain comes, pain goes. So pain, why do you want to take it for longer time and suffer? And also when you are suffering longer time with the pain, your body also will get deteriorated. So body, in order to be happy, it has to secrete a lot of good organs and good hormones also. And if those good hormones are not secreted, and all this secretion of the hormones is directly related to our chakra, 7 chakras are there, and these chakras will secrete hormones to be happy and to be energetic. So if our thinking pattern is varying, then our chakras will stop secreting. And instead of that, some hormones may be over secreted, some hormones may be not at all secreted. So with all those things, our body pain, body function becomes difficult. And lot of difficulty of the body pain, and continuously if you are not attending, it becomes internally, all the pain will be there and we live with that only. It is not a body by pain itself, it has not happened. It is by our thinking it happened. So the thinking produces dopamine, one of the chemical, which is a feel-good factor chemical. If dopamine is good, we can enjoy all the surroundings, we can enjoy all our daily life and everything better. Our nervous system is learning all the good feel-good factors is there. So this dopamine indirectly secretes into blood. it makes us to feel happier. So today what is happening, this dopamine is going to be externally in tablet form people are taking. That is very dangerous because you don't know how much to take. And a standard dose also not possible. One day it will move elevator, move liter, everything will happen. Body naturally produces this dopamine. But our thought pattern, thinking pattern, so whatever the pain happened, we start living with the pain for longer time. If somebody has scolded you or I have got hurt, if something is happening, my ego is hurt. Who is getting hurt? If somebody is, my ego is only getting hurt. Before growing the ego, I have to think. So much ego I have to create or not. Ego is hurt means I have hurt. So that is the problem is happening. It is not, mind is not getting directly hurt. Our body is, somebody has to beat you. How many times people will beat you? No, in the total lifetime, maybe one time children time may be there. Or when you grow, nobody will beat you. So that means body is normally doing its activity. It is not threatened also by outside. And mind also is doing its duty. But outside atmosphere, temperatures will maybe this one. And all those things, our body will know how to adjust the temperature variations and all those things. Otherwise, we know how to create a conducible atmosphere by putting AC and all such things. So we know that how to make it. Body, we know how to take care of putting dress and warm dress or cotton dress for summer and all those things, are drinking water or drinking coolant, whatever is required, and all those things we know how to keep the body. Body maintenance we know, but body by itself cannot maintain because the hormones required. So hormones required has to secrete automatically by our mood. The first chemical producing is dopamine. Second one that is producing is serotonin. Serotonin is important to get good sleep and digestion, and in order to have good appetite also. So the serotonin also, the secretion will get upset. Sometime when you are upset in the mood or your ego is hurt, you are going to indirectly working on these chemicals. These chemicals, whatever the quantity it has to secrete, it will not secrete. Either it will secrete more or it will not secrete, not at all secrete. The serotonin is another chemical. Oxytocin is another chemical. It is a relationship hormone. So this hormone is triggered just by feel and touch. So this oxytocin also, this hormone will also get upset. So another chemical also, endorphin is there. This is very much important for eating, drinking and working out. This is the body's natural pain reliever. It is a automatic pain relieving chemical. So it is triggered when we face pain. But when we face pain, bodily automatically it triggers. But mind, when it is paining, this hormone will not secrete. So we have to see how to improve these chemicals. But earlier yoga is, and yoga philosophy, whatever it is said, it is all set to improve all such hormones. They are not directly telling these names of the hormones, but they are telling 7 chakras or the energy points. Each energy point today, the science has taken, it is connected to each one of the hormone. So pituitary glands, thyroid hormone, it will secrete. Adrenaline adrenaline. So they call different names. All these hormones are secreted through the energizing of the chakras. So we cannot energize the chakra. This chakra I want to energize, this chakra I want to energize. You should not do like that. Because if you start doing it, you are playing with the chakra, it is going to harm you also. So what you have to do is, first you have to correct your thinking pattern. The pain has come, I have to live for 5 minutes with that pain, or I have to come back to normal within 5 minutes, or half an hour, or 1 hour, or half a day, or the full day, or a month, or a year. Some people are having pain from 10 years also. That person has done like that. That's fine. I am having pain. So I am keeping the pain. Maybe people are keeping the pain because of several reasons. One is they want to get sympathy from the people. The pain gives you sympathy from outside world. You think that, your mind says that. If you say your pain, somebody will say, "Ayyo, Papa." So they will sympathize with you. But today, world busy, nobody sympathizes with you. So you cannot, if you start telling your story, people will go away. People have their own pains. They don't want to listen to your pains. They don't have time. They don't have to, they don't want all these unwanted things also. So you can't get sympathy. First of all, the pain, if you are thinking that pain gives you sympathy, that's why I am taking the story of narrating my story of pain to all the people, so that people will sympathize with me. Indirectly, my ego wants that. So we should not cultivate that habit. So sympathizing, due to that, if I am keeping the pain, it is not a good thing. So first we have to educate our ego not to beg for the sympathy. So the next is, the pain is happened, if you want to keep it. So if it is a positive thing for you, you want to progress. You are not progressed, somebody says, it is not a hurt feeling. So you are getting hurt because of your own understanding. So they may be telling in different language, but you have to progress, you have to work for that. I want to be lazy, I don't want to work, but somebody should not also scold me. So you want to control the outside world. The external world, you cannot stop scolding. The external world, people will talk. So you don't have any control on external people. You have control on your own thinking pattern, whether you have to take the word inside or not and process the word. All these things possible with you. So you have to work on that. Instead of that, your scolding or your blaming on the outside world is only my helplessness. I have not learned how to live in this world. So that is why the external world, yama, niyama, teaches you how to deal with the external world. External world is very important, and if we don't know how to interact with the external world, we cannot make a good living. So that's why yama niyama has to be practiced. So yoga is also talking about from the grosser outside world. Grosser world, the big outside. Gross means a very big thing, to subtle, sukshma, and very subtle. Finally, ultimately, very subtle things only it will start addressing. First only, it will not start addressing the mind. So first only, it is not starting how to make you meditation. It will not teach. So first you have to do all these things, then only you can sit for meditation. If you are not able to interact with the world properly and you want to sit for meditation, it is of no use, because every day your interaction will bring you a lot of troubles to you. So getting trouble from the outside world is my own thought pattern. I have to start observing the world. Yama, niyama, if you start doing it, and slowly you are going to address the outside world, gross world. Then that is yama, niyama is over. Then asana comes. From the outside world, it comes to the body. The physical body is also a gross body. The physical body is Annamaya Kosha. In Sanskrit, it is called as the physical body. It is coming. See how they step by step from the external gross world they come to the body level. So body asana, how to make you comfortable. All your joints and muscles should be in a good condition. You have to do minimum physical exercises. For that also they have prescribed what type of asanas you have to do. And in order to sit comfortably for longer time, you need to sit in good asana. So sitting is only the requirement. But in order to sit, you have to do a lot of exercises while standing also. You have to release your calf muscle, feet and knee joints and all loosen. So all the exercises for all the joints and the muscles has to be worked out. Not necessarily in the yoga asana form only. It may be even for simple exercises are there. All these joints exercises, muscle exercises has to be done in order to keep fit the body, and in order to keep fit this body to sit in a given place without any disturbance for a longer hours. So that is the minimum requirement in order to address the mind. A mind cannot be addressed by wandering. We are walking around and doing, then the mind will be addressed, not. So we have to address the body. So from the outside world to the physical body we have come. See how they are coming. So from then they come to the next level is called as pranamaya kosha. That is the pranayama is breathing technique. So that means still subtler. You can't see that. At least physical body you can touch. This is only comes to the feeling level. Feeling level. So you have to note that. So you have started feeling it. The breathing has to be felt. It is mechanically we are breathing. We are not knowing the breathing. Just like that we are breathing. But now our awareness has to come to our breathing. So that is called the feeling the breathing. So I am breathing. So up to now I automatically without my knowledge I am breathing. Now with awareness I am breathing. Awareness means 24/7 the awareness of breathing has to happen. How the breathing is going in, how the breathing is coming out has to be a conscious part of the conscious has to continuously do. So when you are aware of that, immediately your mind get alerted. In order to catch the mind, the breathing is only the main tool. If your breathing is correct, your mind will be correct. If your breathing is not properly, you are not doing sahaja pranayama. What I was telling is, in the pranayama, I said the breathing has to go like a baby. Baby, if you see, it doesn't know how to breathe. God has factory setting is there. He has sent us here. So the body is breathing. The air is going inside and the stomach is coming up, and then the chest is coming up, and then the shoulder level it is coming up. So that is called breathing. The breathing first stomach has to go up, then the chest level, and then the shoulder level has to go. Because our lungs has got 3 chambers right side and another 2 chambers left side. All these chambers has to be filled air. Air has to be filled properly. So that is how it has to go between the lungs and the lower organs, like all the other organs. The top organs are there, only the stomach is there, and all the esophagus, duodenum, and all these things are there. Below that, separation muscle is called, that is called diaphragm. So there is a thick muscle is there. That muscle is going to separate the upper organs to the lower organs. So when you take deep breathing, what happens? This muscle is pushed down. So when muscle is pushed down, the stomach is going to go up. If the air is taken away, the muscle is coming to its normal position. So wherever it has to stay, there only it will be staying. So thereby stomach is going in. The muscle diaphragm going up and coming. The lungs, when it is full, it is about 6 liters of air you are going to fill in the empty bag of the lungs. So that much occupation of the air it will take. So much it has to produce out. The stomach is going to produce out. Not only stomach, the chest portion, the rib has to expand. Our ribs has to expand, and then our shoulder levels also has to expand. This is called normal breathing. Sahaja pranayama has to happen. So the proper 6 liters of the air, if it goes and comes out directly out, and it is also should happen slowly. If you are breathing very shallowly, so your breathing per minute will be around 15 minutes will be there. If you are angry, your breathing will be 20, 25 to 30 breathing per minute. It will be there. So if you are exercising also, you are going to get higher breathing levels will be there. But in order to calm down the mind, higher level breathing is not acceptable. Mind will calm down only by slow breathing only. This is the only direct method how to control the mind. The mind comes in control only through the mind, through the breathing only. If breathing is not proper, their mind is also improper. So breathing awareness is to be there. How I am breathing, whether I am doing stomach breathing, only shoulder breathing. So we are all doing shallow breathing. So instead of 6 liters or 7 liters, each person can increase up to 8 liters also the capacity. And we are using inefficiently our lung. Only 3 liters we use. So another 3 liters, the lungs is going to die. Because use or lose is the principle in the nature. If you are not using your hand properly, because your right hand you are using frequently, right hand is more active than the left hand. Because you are using less, so it becomes useless. Use or lose. So if you are not using anything, it is going to lose. So if your right hand to left hand only, if you see, right hand since you are using more, it is more active, more flexible, more thing. Left hand is less flexible, less active. So left hand also can be made more flexible because we are not equal opportunity we are not giving. We are doing less activity with the left hand. So that is why left hand is little lazy. So, and also what happens, it is losing its ability. It is equally good like a right hand only, but it is losing its ability because I am not using. So using makes you better. So otherwise if you don't use, you are going to lose it. The ability you are going to lose it. Use or lose is the first principle you have to see. Second is when you use less, it becomes useless. So whatever you are using your organs, whatever God given organs are there, if you are using less, use more means you have to use in a right direction also, not in a wrong direction. That will come later. So using more means it will be more active. Using less means it is becoming useless. In the lungs also, these 5 chambers are there. In the 5 chambers, 5 pranas will get distributed. and it is going to make prana, apana, udana, samana, udana, vyana, samana. These 5 vayus, it will get distributed. Though we are breathing one air, so it gets distributed into 5 pranas. Pancha prana we call it as. And these pancha pranas are for the circulatory system, nervous system, and reproductive system, digestive system, and the total skeletal system. Totally it is there. So all these things will work only with one prana, with the main breathing. But one of the prana is not properly working. For example, samana vayu is mainly using for the digestive system. So digestive system samana vayu is there means what happens? We have to very carefully, we have to look into that. Samana vayu, udana vayu, we call it as pancha prana, prana, udana, vyana, apana, samana. So this 5 vayus, one vayu is one air what we are breathing is controlling these systems. So as I said, prana vayu, the main breathing is controlling the respiratory system. The udana vayu is controlling the nervous system. So it starts from the throat and up to the head. This vayu, this prana is going to activate. So that means the whatever you take the breathing, it get distributed inside and it will go to that. So we can even breathe, the skull breathing is there in the yoga. We can only breathe to the skull also, not only to the lungs. I can send the air to the skull also. Possibilities are there. So this is called udana vayu. Vyana vayu is different energy. So it is our muscular energy. So cardio, this one is the circulation system is. So it is controlling the circulation system. Respiratory system, nervous system, circulation system. Apana vayu is controlling the excretory system. And the samana vayu is controlling the digestive system. These 5 systems has to work properly in order to keep our body in good shape. All our body pain, I have pain here, I have ache here, I have headache here, I have this ache here. All this is, there is a shortage of prana vayu, shortage of that particular vayu. Udana vayu, vyana vayu, apana vayu, prana vayu, samana vayu. One of the shortage is happening. There, because of the shortage, the pain is going to come. So when the supply happens properly, the pain vanishes. So we don't have the patience. We immediately go to the doctor and then we are going to take external medicines. All the body pain internally, whatever is happening, is because of this vayu distribution is not happening properly. This vayu distribution is the main culprit. So this vayu distribution is, if it is proper, our health is more than good. We need not visit the doctor also. So this vayu distribution, what has to be done? First is pranayama has to be done properly. So like a tablet you are taking daily 3 times. Pranayama also has to be done at least 5 minutes or 3 times, or one time only 20 minutes continuously. Whatever is possible. For this it is not required special this one. You can concentrate and start doing the breathing. Know your breathing. So with awareness, when you start breathing, this vayu is going to get addressed. But our mind will not allow us to think about breathing. So we are mechanically breathing. We are forgetfully breathing. We are breathing also, we are forgotten. So only somebody has to remember, your breathing means you are alive. So that is not the purpose of breathing. Breathing in order to make these 5 vayus. These 5 vayus when you make, all the 7 chakras also will be in good condition. Required hormones will be produced. and then our life, happiness, everything we are going to come to this one. So why it cannot work on its own? Because our mind is intervening in the automatic functions of the breathing. The child, how it is breathing today, we are not breathing. And we are also sometimes wrongly breathing. Whenever we are taking the air, stomach is going inside, and whenever breathing out, the stomach is coming out. This is also wrong breathing. There is also another facility is there, first in and first out. The air also looks to be simple. We know only the inventory, first in, first out, last in, first out. All these things are there. FIFO method means the air, when you breathe, first it has to enter the stomach region. You are not going to send the air to stomach. The area has to be identified. In the lungs, you cannot identify. So that's why people are talking, you have to send it to the stomach region, and then to the chest region, and then to the shoulder region. This is the normal breathing. The first in is happening in the stomach, and then it is happening in the chest, and then filling happens in the shoulder. That is called first in. Then when you are breathing out also, you have to do first in, last out. Last in, first out. There are so many things are there. What is the last in? Last in air is the shoulder level. So last in air, if we are leaving first itself, it is staying very small time in the shoulder region. So you have to empty from the first in, first out. What is first in? First in is air has gone to the stomach first. So you have to empty also first in, first out. So first in, last out. That is also danger. First in, first out. Last in, first out. That is also dangerous. First in, first out is the Sahaja Pranayama. The first in, last out and all is Hatha Yoga Pradipika. They are all telling in order to achieve separate siddhis and all, we can do all these things. It should be done under strictly Guru and guidance. So if you are not having a Guru and guidance, don't follow any breathing, other breathing patterns. You start breathing normally. The first in, first out. First in, first out means first stomach we are breathing in. Then it is the air after filling the stomach. It will be filling the chest region. It will be filling the shoulder region. Then the breathing stops. And then exhaling. The sending out the air will happen. The stomach region, first it has to push. And all the air should go from the stomach out. And then from the chest it has to be pushed out, and then it has to be pushed out from the shoulder region, and thereby the lungs will be very working better. All the 5 chambers will be squeezing, all the 5 chambers will be sending out the air. If you are not using the lungs properly, it is going to lose, because it is an elastic material. If the elastic material has to be used, contraction and expansion has to happen. So if we start adjusting only with the shallow breathing, so I breathe only 20 times, sir, I am not breathing deeply. So you are losing the lungs capacity. Lungs capacity is the main thing. That's why I said Panchaprana. The Panchaprana is connected to all our hormones and all our chakras. And in order to be happy, we need the first thing is this is required. In order to control the mind also, this is required. That is why pranayama is a very important step in the yoga. So we have to see that. And each vayu we can breathe also. For example, only for the digestive breathing I can breathe. Even only for the dhyana vayu I can breathe. Possibilities are there. But these are all higher level. So you should not enter into that immediately. First you start breathing. So if you want to send the air to any part of the body, I can send like that. Possibilities are there. There are a lot of techniques are available. I can send it to only to the leg, I can send it. only to the heart I can send it. Anywhere I can send the prana. The energy it is possible to send. So breathing also I can only fill the digestive system, I can fill. Only nervous system I can breathe. Only the circulatory system I can breathe. All the possibilities are there. Each breathing, though I am breathing from the same nose, only I concentrate on the dhyana. Only I concentrate on the prana. Only I concentrate on the udana. So such air can pass only to that region also, possibilities also there. So that type of pranayama is also available. So this is at higher level. So you need a proper guru. Without doing the proper guru, if you start doing it, you are going to meddle your system. It is going to create a lot of difficulties for you. So your stomach may be bloating, your backache may come. All these things is coming because of the improper breathing. And first sahaja pranayama we have to do. Last time I said 4 counts in and 4 counts out is the sahaja pranayama. So how to count? You cannot go on counting also. That is why there are mantras are there, and there are a lot of YouTube channels available. So Jaya Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. It is also 5 seconds is there. So like that, many things are there. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya 2 times. One time it is 2.5 minutes, 2.5 seconds is there. So to this one, if you do 5 seconds, you are taking Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra is there. So like that, several mantras are there. You can start playing, and according to that playing of the rhythm, so you can start feeling your breathing here. So it has going inside. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya 2 times it has gone. So because outside externally your prayer is happening. So and leaving out also you can do. So your concentration will be first stomach filling, second chest filling, and then the shoulder level filling. And exhaling also, first stomach exhaling and the chest exhaling and the shoulder level exhaling. So this is called the sahaja pranayama. So if 4 is possible, then you have to go to 5 seconds. So 5 is possible is good. That means 5 seconds you are inhaling and exhaling 5 seconds. What happens? 10 seconds your one breathing cycle will happen. So now you are breathing about 12 to 15 times. So if you do the sahaja pranayama, 10-second one breathing cycle means in a minute only 6 times you are breathing. See how much you have reduced your effort. So with this, your energy, your health, everything is going to go up. This is sahaja pranayama. Don't try to do so many other pranayamas. First learn this sahaja pranayama, the baby, how it is born, a young newborn baby. The same way we have to breathe. That is called sahaja pranayama. So this is what is to be understood. Further additional pranayamas I am going to teach you as when you progress the sahaja pranayama, and each pranayama, higher level pranayamas are there. We can make it. That's what I said. Skull breathing we can do. The skull breathing only to the head region. From the throat to the head region, the blood, the oxygen should go more. We can do that. That type of system is also available. So any part of the body we can breathe it. So there is a lot of systems are available. How to breathe also methodology is available. So we have to breathe accordingly and remove our pains, and all possibilities are there. So this is science. It is not any occult or any occult science. It is a real science. The respiratory system, the modern science says only this, but this yoga science is understood beyond the respiratory system, and it is possible also. So it is experimented and it is also demonstrated. I can breathe to the head, I can breathe to the limbs, I can breathe to the kidney. Like that it is possible. Like that it is possible. So that region, we can change our breathing for a particular period of 5 minutes, 10 minutes and all. We can see the pain can be reduced. But that is very difficult to practice. So that's why people want tablets only. The tablets also, what you are taking, it is going to give side effects. It is going to give you lot of internal ulcers will happen. All the tablets is going to take you internal chemical toxins are segregated inside only. It is not coming out so easily. So it is getting absorbed. The toxins are getting absorbed by our muscles or internal organs. So more toxins accumulated, it starts becoming ulcer. So that ulcer sometimes starts bleeding. Internal bleeding happens. So when ulcer happens, internal organs will go into bloat. So that is called bloating of internal organs. That is going to give you pain. The body pain, stomach pain is there, back pain is there. All the things are bloating. So the bloating is happening without our knowledge. So the bloating happens and bloating will come down also. After healing happens, it may come down also. So internal bloating is one of the major problem for our pain. And not proper breathing is also one of the problem for our pain. And both are problem for our thinking habit also. So internally everything is connected. Pranayama is an internal important thing is there. So today we are talking to the next step. So I said that yoga is coming from the grosser level to the subtler level. How to come to the subtler level? So this is pratyahara is the thing what we are talking about. So pratyahara is a very not spoken because it is a misunderstood subject. And even somebody talks, it is very say that what is that? How can we control? Can we control? All these things will come. That is not the way it has to be understood. It should be understood in a right sense of yogic science. Right sense is pratyahara, it is called pratyahara. Pratyahara. Prati means alternate food. Alternate food to be given. The food is what we are thinking, whatever eating through the mouth only is the food we are thinking. No. According to yogic science and according to Vedanta, we have 19 mouths are there. 19 mouth, not only one mouth. There are 19 mouths are there. All these 19 mouths are daily taking food without our knowledge. So what are those daily taking? What are those 19 mouths? So that is, eye is a mouth. It is getting information. The food for the eye is the information, seeing the color and the shape. The nama and rupa. The color only it can identify. The shape only it can identify. For that shape, one name will be there. And the color is also there. So the name and the rupa, nama rupa, it is called as. Nama rupa is coming through your all our whatever daily we are seeing, all food is going inside. Here also the food is coming inside. So what type of food do you want to take for the tongue, you know. But what type of food for your eyes you have to take, you don't know. For your ears, what type of food is required, you don't know. Whatever is happening outside world, everything is coming in. So everything I am processing, everything I am making. So if whatever is available food, everything if you start eating, your digestive system will go fat. So that is what happening today. Today we eat Chinese also, Mexican also, we use all the other things. Whatever in a given area you are living, so that atmospheric material, whatever it is creating, all the ingredients, whatever is coming out of that social atmosphere or environment, physical atmosphere, that food is suitable. If you are here in the South India, your banana is growing more, you eat banana only. So if you are in Kashmir, you eat apple only. Don't eat apple in banana in Kashmir and apple in this one. So whatever is there, so like that, whatever our surrounding food materials are there, that material only we have to start using. That is digestive system. Now for the ear, eyes also we have to restrict like that only. Whatever is my surroundings is there, that much is sufficient. Now I am thinking of Ukraine also. What is happening? By your thinking, any Ukraine war is going to stop. Your mind only, you are getting upset. Your blood pressure is going to go up. Your wrong hormones is going to secrete. And lot of toxins is going to secrete in your blood. And you are going to get damage all your system also. So you have to restrict. Restrict in the sense you will be restriction word itself we don't like. Control word itself we don't like. So that's why Vedanta will not say control or do anything. Pratyahara it is saying. Prati means whatever the ahara you are giving, now you give with awareness. So 19 mouths are there. I will finish the 19 mouths. What are that? The first 5 mouths are called Jnanendriyas. The ear, eyes, ears, tongue. Tongue has doing 2 indriyas. One is Jnanendriya, one is Karmendriya. Jnanendriya by talking, Karmendriya by tasting the food and eating the food. So tongue does 2 activities. It is present in both indriyas. One is as Jnanendriya it is there, Rasana. Another Karmendriya as Vak Indriya it is there. So out of 10 indriyas, tongue is the major indriya. It participates in 2 indriya system also. So first Jnanendriya, you know that Pancha Jnanendriyas, ears, eyes, tongue, skin and nose. So for this, unknowingly we are giving food. You start awareness what has to be given or what has not to be given. For a small baby, you are not allowing the baby to eat. Anything it puts in the mouth, immediately you will put your finger and remove that also. Because baby does not know what to eat. So you are controlling the baby till it gets matured. You think it is matured and you will be leaving, so body it will maintain by itself. But we have not learned properly. So we are putting all the information, all the material, whatever this mouth knows, lot of smell, that odor, this scent, this not required. If you do proper pranayama, your body produces a odor. If you deeply do the breathing, your body produces a very wonderful odor. You don't require any external deodorants or perfumes, nothing required. Your body itself will produce perfume. Deep breathing is required. So because we are not deep breathing, we get stinking. Our perspiration is not properly happening. The skin porous is not happening, opening. So that is why all thinking, all the food, whatever we are giving. So if the child is wanted everything and anything, if you give, what happens? Child will get spoiled. So if child asks for 10 things, you are going to give 2 things, another 8 things, you are going to take away without its knowledge. So it may ask 100 things. Even all our 19 mouths may ask 100 things. You have to, awareness should be there, what to give, what not to give. So we are living a mechanical living. We are giving whatever comes to us, everything we are giving it to us. So that is should not be done. That is called pratyahara. The 5 jnanendriyas are 5 mouths and 5 karmendriyas are there. Hands and legs, 2 indriyas are there. Walk, again I said the tongue is the indriya here also present. And digestive system is another indriya. Another one indriya is reproductive system. These 5 indriyas are doing work, karmendriya. The other 5 indriyas, jnanendriya, is getting information to you, outside information to you. So jnanendriya and karmendriya are 10 is there. Apart from that, our manas is there, antahkarana chatushtaya. Manas works in 4 layers. So the 4 layers are mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankaraha. Mano, manasu, buddhi. Buddhi is intellect, mind and intellect. Chitta is memory and ahankara is ego. So this 4 also is mouth. So whatever our mind gets, a lot of things it will get. Our intellect will be processing and the memory is storing it and ahankara is executing it. So there also we are not having any control. Mechanically we are living and everything looks attractive. Everything we take it inside and we are making it. It is becoming difficult for our life. That's why we are not having body pain, mind pain, and both put together we are not happy. It is not somebody is creating unhappiness for me. I am creating my own unhappiness. I cannot live happily. So if you start living happily, you get moksha. If you start crying and living, you can't get moksha. So first is 100% happiness should be there. So in order to that, these all yoga sadhanas are required. So if you do this, you are automatically elevated to the Vedanta level, Shravana Manana, the Jnana Yoga, it opens by itself. So this is Pratyahara, the 10 plus 14. 5 plus 5 plus 4 is 14. The another 5 is called Pancha Pranas are there. So when you are not properly breathing, each of this prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana, this pancha vayus, it will take whatever it wants. So that is also the mouth. So there is 19 mouths are there. This prana, apana, udana, samana, everything. Also in other language, there is sometime it will be said as pancha koshas also. Pancha kosha is different from the prana vayu, pancha vayu, pancha pranas. But still both are also connected. I was telling the pranayama is in between annamaya kosha and manomaya kosha. That means when you properly breathe your prana vayu, your annamaya kosha, that means physical body, and the manomaya kosha, mental body, both can be happy. So it is in between. If controlling by the breath, both can be controlled. Your physical body will be healthy and your mental body also will be healthy. Uncontrolled breathing makes you both unhealthy. Body also unhealthy, and because it is in between. Annamaya kosha and pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, when you both 3, if it is perfect, then we are going to Vijnanamaya kosha. Vijnanamaya kosha is a Vishesha Jnanamaya kosha. So Vishesha Jnana is Atma Jnana. When you get Atma Jnana, you go into the Anandamaya kosha. So Anandamaya kosha is eternal blissness will be there. So we are going to get elevated to that. So we don't know how to manage Annamaya kosha itself. We don't know how to manage Pranamaya kosha. We don't know how to manage. These are all our personality layers. So we don't know how to manage each. Simply we are living. So Vedanta says you bring the awareness in each of that. Pratyahara, today's subject what we are talking is Pratyahara. So we are giving whatever it is taking, we are allowing it. So now you cannot allow on the 19 mouths. Whatever it wants you should not give. Whatever it is taking also you should not give. What is designed for it only you should give. What is expected to take only you should give. So what is expected out of each indriya? That is called Atma Jnana. So what to be given, what not to be given, further whatever we have been telling. Initially I have done introductory to Vedanta, and then I am doing Patanjali Yoga Sutra. another sadhana of Shankaracharya also I am going to teach, and then Atma Jnana also I am going to teach. So you have to know. See, today you know acid you cannot drink. How do you know? So you know by your jnana. So you cannot drink alkali. That also you know. So like that, what you have to drink neutral only, 7 pH, around 6.5 to 7.5 is good for health. If I drink too acidic thing, my stomach is going to get upset. My stomach lining is like a turkey towel is there. In the turkey towel, individual, the bristle is there like that, our stomach is made. So each one, any one of that get damaged also, I will get pain. So I cannot use acid, I cannot use alkali so much. So I have to use a neutral. So everything is talking about neutral. So our Sahaja Pranayama is also neutral. So we should be trying to learn over doing everything. So doing normal way is important. Either doing less is also not acceptable. Doing more is also not acceptable. Doing a normal way is accepted. That is called samatvam. When you achieve samatvam, you get purnatvam. The purnatvam means you are wholly living. You are not partially living. You are only living for your tongue. Maybe your life may be living only for the tongue. You may be only living for the skin. You may be only living for the eyes. So it is all partial living. All the total living when we start doing it. So we get purnatvam. The purnatvam is nothing but eternal bliss. So Paramananda. When Paramananda is there, it is a moksha. This is totally a science. It is nothing to do with any occult or unacceptable thing. Nothing is there. Everything is science. And it is also correlated with the chemistry also. Body is made up of chemistry and it becomes biochemistry by the consciousness. Otherwise, it is a simple chemistry. The rock is also chemistry. The brick is also chemistry. Metal is also a chemistry. It cannot live. It is not a living chemistry. It has to become living chemistry means it is biochemistry. Because the body has become biochemistry because of the consciousness is along with this chemistry. That is why. As long as this chemistry is not able to hold the consciousness it cannot absorb, then it becomes only chemistry. It becomes a dead body. So dead body to the living body, it is only a biochemistry. The biochemistry is happening through consciousness. That is universal consciousness. It is Atma. That Atma principle is missing means it is only chemistry. If Atma principle, the universal consciousness is there means it is biochemistry. A living body and a dead body is only that. So now Atma or the consciousness has to happen in all the 19 mouths we have to have. That is called pratyahara. So the pratyahara, all the 19, this one we have to, this one. So child wants chocolate. You are not going to give because you know that it is going to affect the teeth. So you are going to restrict, or you are going to tell the child, and for some time being you will take him out, make some play, make laugh and forget. The child has to forget that asking. So you are withdrawing the child from asking the food, whatever it requires. You are totally taking away the child's mind to something else, and it has to forget what it is asking. Similar way, all over the 19 mouths has to be done. That is not controlling. If you think it is controlling, you are not going to achieve. So you have to say pratyahara. Instead of chocolate, you are going to give another toy or something else, or it will give some another happy play moment or something like that. You make the child and then you go. What you intended to make the child good, that things only you give. What intended for the child it is going to harm, you are not going to give. Similar way for all our 19 mouths. You have to start giving what is it is required, what is intended. Totally you cannot make it to starve. What is intended only you should give. Unintended you should not give. Otherwise, if you don't control, it will take its own control. You have to have control. If you don't have control, the indriyas, all the 19 mouths will take its own control and it will do whatever it wants. In a classroom, the children, 30 children are there. If teacher is there, everybody is silent. If teacher is not there, controlling person is not there, each child is behaving its own way. The classroom methodology, the classroom is teacher has come. So now also our awareness has to come. If awareness is the teacher for us, if awareness comes, with awareness if we start doing all the activities, then lot of our progress is going to happen. That is called sadhana. The sadhana starts with the awareness. So when you start awareness, each activity slows down, automatically slows down. When you start breathing with awareness, it slows down. When you start eating awareness, the eating starts slowing down. That means instead of 5 minutes eating, you are eating half an hour, the same food. And the taste also is becoming good. Because everything is going to relish, you are going to enjoy. So when the awareness comes, the things will slow down. So without awareness, we are going in a fast world. So we have to bring the awareness. So it is not withdrawing, not control, not controlling, not giving attention. So okay, whatever want to do the children, let them do. I am going to watch my TV or my mobile. So that is also not the way. All the 19 mouths has to be constantly watched and constantly it is to be supplied. So that means you cannot become over. So I will be watching my child every 24/7. That is also difficult. Child will not learn how to do its living by itself. So you have to do both, controlling, not controlling, and making it to learn. Everything has to happen. So we have to do that. Each indriyas, each thing, this 19 mouths has to be used with awareness. That is called pratyahara. So what is asking? 10 organs is asking, and jnanendriyas is asking, karmendriyas is asking, and mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara is asking, and vayu also is asking. So many askings are there. What to give, what not to give is a knowledge. That knowledge only you are going to learn in Atma Jnana. So that is only we are telling. That's why it is called management of indriyas. So the pratyahara is knowing what to give, and pratyahara is the required food to be given. Not required food should not be given. So the 19 mouths are there, 19 mouths, this has to be controlled. So that is why in Sanskrit this is called damaha and shamaha. So I will be teaching dama and shama detailedly in the future. So shama, dama is the sadhana we have to do. So a diabetic patient should know how to say no to the sweet. Because doctor says, because my sugar level goes up, I am not taking, is one methodology of controlling. Controlling always creates a resistance in the mind. Avirodha, Sanskrit says, is virodha, avirodha. So virodha is a natural sequence of the body. Avirodha, there is, if you say no, it should not create a avirodha. That is what you call avirodha is okay. So it is saying against you. So avirodha, the word is missing for me in English. Okay, avirodha means there is no against. For example, if you start controlling, the controlling person will become against you. So if you control that person with lot of knowledge, make him aware of that, then you start controlling him, he will not be against you. So that means properly you have to guide him and give all the information, then he will not revolt against you. All our indriyas, if you start controlling, it will revolt against us. So we have to teach, we have to guide. By that, it will become avirodha. Virodha is a natural phenomena. So that is a Newton's third law, no? There is an equal and opposite reactions for every action. So that is how it will be there. My every action will get equal and opposite reaction. So how to avoid that Newton's law here means, in order to guide properly, avirodha, mind will not have any struggle. It is not having any protest, it will not do. It will not make any strike. Automatically it accepts, yeah. Your child, you make no, baby, don't take this toy, it will going to hurt a blade, you should not touch. And you will give a lot of sermon, and then a child will not touch the blade or heat or any electricity and all. So you are going to take so much care now to educate the child. The same way, all our indriyas and this one, if you start talking to them, it is an internal talking. We have to talk to each indriya. That is called awareness. When you start talking, then it will listen, because somebody is there to take care of me. So somebody is there to take care of me. I can obey their order. It is good for me. So that's why they are telling, and indriyas will not make strike. So thereby you can live. Sugar patient, happily he can not take sugar. But when he is not taking, happily not taking sugar, his sugar come to control, he can start taking the sugar also. See, this is how it happens. If you take medicine and not saying that not to take sweet, and the urge is there, you have to take sweet. The strike is there from the indriya, you have to take sweet. And tablets will not work. Tablets, today they are giving 1 mg, tomorrow they give 2 mg, after that 5 mg, 10 mg, they will increase. Because the chemical cannot continuously work with the same dose. Whereas if you do the proper teaching, the chemical dose, instead of 10 mg, you may require 5 mg only. 5 mg to 2.5 mg you can start. The properly when indriya, for example, sweet taking example I am giving, the mind, if it understood, it will not going to make strike. When it is not going to make strike, it understands, your disease will come down. And you may be able to take sweet also. So that is the problem. That is called controlling. This is possible for every one of us. We are not addressed, we are lost our awareness. We have to bring back our awareness. That is what called pratyahara has to be done. Pratyahara has to be understood. We have to be very correctly, we have to understand. Krishna says, for example, for the tongue, he says, anudvega karam vakyam. So how to talk is, he says anudvega karam. In 17th chapter he talks, non-hurtful talk you have to do. Satyam, truthful. Priyam, pleasant. Hitam, useful for both speaker and the listener. So this is what Krishna talks about in the 17th chapter. So what happens? Anudvega karam, not hurtful if you start talking. Truthful if you start talking. This is all awareness only required. Priyam, hitam. So he has all given what has to be done in Bhagavad Gita. Everything has been given. For example, for that talking he has said. For eating also he said. What he said? Hita, mita, medhya. So he has all told about that. Hita is what is physically and psychologically good. Not the fast food, not the drinks or whatever it is there like that. It will say hita. Mita is telling moderate, not to overeating, not stop eating. So it should be in the moderate. Hita, mita, medhya. Medhya is spiritually nourishing food you have to eat. Spiritually not nourishing food means Spirit, all the food has got only 4 hours. The energy prana is there. If you cook the food within 4 hours, you have to eat. It is not referring to the non-vegetarian, because non-vegetarian is already a dead meat. So in that prana is not there. It is only carbohydrates, minerals and everything is there. It is not going to activate your prana. That's why it is called a positive food or negative food. Vegetarian food is positive food because 4 hours prana is there. That prana, when it is eaten, it is going to get into our blood quickly. It get digested and we get energy into that. So non-vegetarian and vegetarian is pranic and non-pranic food, it is only said. So sattvic food is given medhyam, he said. Medhyam, that also what he says is, for example, a banana is there in the cart. Straight away you take the banana and eat it. Or if it is said as prasada, then what you do? The same banana you are opening and then you are putting it to your eyes like that, like making prasada, and then you are eating. The awareness is coming. The prasada bhavana means awareness. Yeah, it has come. So earlier you have simply eaten mechanically the banana, simply put into the mouth, simply digested. Now the same banana become prasada means your awareness has come. Oh, it has been given. So that prasada means you are going to put so many actions. The awareness is going to come. With awareness you are eating. So all the 19 mouths has to eat with awareness. Eyes are the major thing. Sarvanganam nayanam pradhanam, it says. So eyes are getting major information. So the major information has to be properly corrected. So that's why all the yogic poses, Buddha, Mahavira, all these things, whatever is there, they are closing the eyes because 80% of the energy is getting wasted by the eyes. Unnecessarily we are getting energy wasted. That's why in order to get internal journey, external energy has to be saved. So more energy saved, the more internal journey can happen. So ear and hearing also, audio also, unnecessarily we are listening. Suppose when we are sleeping, you just take the sleeping, how it happens. So you are going to bed, just like that you are going to bed? No. First you are finishing your dinner. After that you are the house owner. You are going to close the front door, gate, lock it, and the front door, close it, and switch off all the light, switch off all the taps, switch off all the electrical switches, and close one by one door, TV switch off, and all the kitchen gas switch off, everything you are going to do. And slowly you are coming to bedroom. That means you are withdrawing your physical senses from all other things. It is just a simple daily routine. How are you doing? When you are doing, you are coming from external world, you are coming to your bedroom. So in the bedroom also, you are making a pleasant music may be there, or pleasant lighting may be there, dim light you are going to put. You are bringing everything, this one. And now slowly when you lie down, what happens? Whatever you have done physically for the house, the same thing happens to your body also. Your body sleeping getting means your ears will not hear the distance sound. It has got a control. The energy is there. That energy makes you not to hear the distant sound. Somewhere long outside motor car is making sound. Earlier when you are awakened, it is visible. It is hearable for you. Now when your sleep mode is coming, it is switching off one by one and the hearing will come down. Only nearby sound only is going to hear. Only in your bedroom, whatever the sound is there, only you are going to hear. Slowly you get into the sleeping mode. So this is how you are switching off your house from one by one. The body also has to switch off one by one indriyas. Then only you get sleepy. So that is called Yoga Nidra. In Yoga Nidra, we teach how to switch off one by one organ. So very quickly, within 2 minutes, we can go to Yoga Nidra. Within 5 minutes, we can have a deep sleep. The possibilities are there. So Yoga Nidra means if all the 19 organs are awake, you can't get sleep. So you have to switch off. So one by one switching off will be taught in the Yoga Nidra, and Yoga Nidra is done. And here also, Sarvanganam Nayanam Pradhanam, Krishna says in the 6th chapter, so how to sit for meditation, where to focus your eyesight, because eyesight is important. So that's why he say Bru Madhye, in between the two eyebrows, there you concentrate. Or the second option he has given is the nose outside area is there. That is 30-degree angle. And when you are closing the eyes, only you have to see the tip of your nose. So like that means your eyes are closed, not able to see anything outside. Only your tip of the nose you are going to see. That is the meditative posture. Has to be done. And closing the eyes also, the lids, if you press too much, that also hurts. It should automatically close. Sahaja, everything should be sahaja. So sahaja eyelid has to be closed, not pressing the eyelid. So that has to happen. So like that, Krishna suggests for everything, there is a Gita connection is there, Atma Jnana connection is there. So everything is available. So these are all put together. We have to bring all the 19 Indriyas to make our life better. So this is the in-between link between outside world and inside world. This is the 5th stage. The outside world we have finished. Now we are getting into inside world. After pratyahara it is called dharana. Dharana to dhyana, it is meditation, and then to samadhi. So we are getting into the next 3 steps. So that's why we have stopped coming from outside. Outside gross world, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara we have come. We have to know how the 19 things has to be controlled or not controlled. It has to be educated and redirected and give a proper work for that. Then your pratyahara is going to be successful. That is called pratyahara. So with this pratyahara means redirecting, not closing, not controlling. You have to redirect your energy. All the things in life is energy. All this energy has to be redirected for your upliftment, for your happiness, for your moksha. So that is called pratyahara. Pratyahara has to be understood properly. There are several methods to have pratyaharas also there. So one is observing the silence is also one of the method. Unnecessarily chatterbox, simply talking. What is the use of that? Observe silence wherever possible. Do that. Skip one meal once a week is also pratyahara. All the 19 indriyas come to control by one meal. Purposefully skipping. 16 hours fasting has to be done. So morning 1 o'clock, afternoon 1 o'clock you have taken the food, next day 10 o'clock only you are taking the next food, or 9 o'clock you are taking the food. So that 16 hours fasting when you do, it will be doing good. So avoid gossip is another methodology, is to make pratyahara work better. And some of the yogasana poses are there. That anyway yogasana we have to, not necessary to learn, do the flexibility of your joints and muscles and all. Such exercises every day you have to do. Observe compassion. So we have lost the compassion. We have to observe compassion, which will make us pratyahara. That means when you show compassion to the other person, you are able to address this 19 mouths. Your thoughts, speech and actions, everything will come into control by observing compassion for the outside people, external people. And you have to sit in a place for a longer time. At least first you start sitting for 20 minutes for pranayama, and then start slowly increasing it to another 20 minutes for your meditation. So time is not there. Don't worry about the time. When you start doing these good habits, time automatically happens. Your all 19 indriyas knows where we are wasting the time. It will stop the wasting of the time. It will make you available by itself. Now time is available, we are wasting, we are not accepting, because ego is not going to accept I am wasting the time. When you start practicing the good things of pratyahara, it will create time for you. Within 24 hours also, you have plenty of free time is available for you, because you are engaging 19 indriyas separately, you are busy. When all the 19 indriyas have been taught properly, it will not engage. When it is not engaging, you are free. So your freeness will be more. Your buddhi will make you direct. Your intellect will give you a lot of free time. You need not make free time. It creates. So, and also sense organs should be bound. So that is also another methodology. Another thing is you have to think of Tata is whenever the activity is not there for it, it is going to pull down your leg and head. All the 5 things are there, 4 legs and 1 head. Everything will be pulled inside the shell and rests. So that is the way we also have to do all the 19 things. We have to pull inside and then take rest. So that is also another supta kurmasanas, as it says. Practice inversions means you have to bring everything from outside world to internal awareness. Automatically it will control. Another good thing is talking about Brahmari pranayama. So you have to say the vibration of a bumblebee. The humming bumblebee is there, no? Like that, when humming has to happen through your nose, here this level, 2 bones are there. Through that, when you are passing the air, so it will be giving you that bumble sound. That will create nitrous oxide and it will make you happy. And all your cortisols, everything, toxic chemicals will get oxidized because of that. So 11th, another practice is voluntarily celibacy. That means, though we are married, it does not mean 24/7 we should do of thinking of sex. So there is a limitation of sex thinking, and thereby also you can increase your energy. And you have to practice continuously yoga nidra before going to your bed for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Then you will get a good deep sleep. By that, all the pratyahara is going to happen. So with this, I am going to conclude today pratyahara. Pratyahara, you should understand in a right sense. Pratyahara is an important step between the external world and the internal world. This is the turning point. So we have to work for this, and more details of this pratyahara and the sadhanas I am going to teach in the future coming days. Understand and practice all the things. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavit. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.